Hello everyone, and welcome to All About the Philippines. Today we're going to be doing a video on dating a Filipina and what qualities to look out for. Now this is something that Yuri Bruce channel attempted to do there and absolutely got crucified for doing a similar video to this. Now essentially I want to say with that video that they did, essentially there's not a real lot wrong with it. A lot of the tips they gave were actually quite good, but it was some of the phrasing, let's say, of how they've said a few things that might have upset a lot of people. And I do believe it was an overreaction, but I also understand the Filipinos' point of view, how it can be seen as one of their own turning on them. Essentially what I'm going to do here is give my views on the qualities you look for when you're looking for a partner. So if you're a foreigner and you're specifically looking for a Filipina, then I'm going to give you the qualities that I believe you should be looking for. Of course that's different for everybody. Not everybody wants the same qualities in a partner as what I do. So this is just my opinion, my advice. Or you might have your own things you're looking for. So if you do, put them in the comments below and let's have a bit of a discussion on this and keep it quite civil. Now firstly I just want to also address the age gap issue around foreigners and Filipinas. Is that an issue when it comes to dating a Filipina? And that goes hand in hand with this topic we're talking about. So firstly my opinion around that is that yes, there is a point where it is too much of an age gap. Now what I'm going to qualify that by saying that a young Filipina, so when we're talking young Filipina, we're talking 18, 19, 20, probably to the mid-20s or so, has not lived a life that is full and hasn't found who she really is yet. That's what those years are doing. You're finding who you are. And the problem is if a older man hooks up with a young Filipina in that age bracket of 18 to 25, 26 or so, problem is that they're going to end up probably growing apart because the woman is still trying to find who she is while the man has already found who he is long ago, knows the direction he wants, knows what he wants in a relationship, and that's where the problem will come into it. And eventually they will grow apart. The younger woman will start to get interest from other younger men, let's say. So my advice around that is if you're in your 50s and above, look for someone in their 30s, 40s or 50s. Don't go into the 20s because that's where the issues are going to come in most cases. There's always the exception to the rule, of course. So, but this is again just my opinion and my advice. So the first thing you want to look for in a partner when you're looking for a partner is their behaviour, of course. Now we're not going to use that word words of squatter-like behaviour that was used previously in another video with somebody else. We're going to use the words of just good behaviour. Now that's across the board. It doesn't matter which country you live in or where you go. You want to look for someone who's going to act in a decent manner that's along the same lines as how you act. So you don't want someone going out there and yelling and screaming obscenities to people that's going to embarrass you. Because that's a reflection on you as well if you're in that relationship with that person. So of course you want someone who's got a nice nature about them, who's probably a calmer person. It's not going to go off at every incident that happens or can't handle stress very well. Someone who can actually think through an issue and resolve it. So the behaviour is very, very important in my opinion, and you've got to align that with your own values. The next one that I'm going to talk about is, it's not the education that's so much important, it's more the work ethic. So you don't have to have, for a foreigner to be in a successful relationship with a Filipina, you don't need to have the Filipina, who's had a high level of education, gone to university, that sort of stuff. If that's what you're after, that's fine, good and well, nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying to actually make a success, in my opinion, if you're talking long term, you're dating through to marriage, then the more important thing is the work ethic. So having a good work ethic, because that will help you to, as a couple, to achieve your dreams by both people working and bringing income into the family, and achieving your goals. The next thing you want to look at is the family values, for sure. Yes, have a look at the family as a whole, how they interact with each other, and you'll get a good idea of how your girlfriend has been brought up. And that will give you a good idea and insight into, what she believes are good values within the family, because quite often it's passed from parent to child, and you can see that through the siblings as well. So if there's a constant theme through the siblings, then and something you like, so they got these good values around that, then that's instilled in your girlfriend or the person you're considering to be your girlfriend. The next thing is English. Now, do they need to have really good English, or what level of English? To me, they need to be able to communicate in English. Now, we're talking when you first meet your Filipina, they may not all be able to speak English at a high level, but a lot of Filipinos can speak it at a certain level. Now, I know with my wife, she could speak it quite well, I could understand it, but often they got very shy when talking to a foreigner. That was more the problem, was that they don't have that confidence to feel like they can actually speak to you at your level, when in fact a lot of them can. And I was trying to get this into my wife's head that I can understand you quite well. We actually can converse. Sometimes they don't understand the finer points of the conversation, and you just have to slow down a little bit and explain it to them. And of course, over time, this improves. So if you got a Filipino who speaks a reasonable amount of English, but just isn't confident, over time that will grow, and there's no problems. 5 years on, me and my wife have no problems at all communicating. She speaks very good English. She still has that doubt in her head, because in the Philippines, they're quite critical of each other about English for some strange reason, and they're made to feel if they don't have all the grammar correct and every full stop and punctuation mark and all this sort of stuff, that they're less than capable, which is certainly not true. So yes, English is important that you can communicate to start, but don't make that the big criteria. They have to speak almost like an American or an Australian, or whatever the case may be. They need to be able to speak so you can communicate, and it will get better as time goes on, and you help them with that, of course, and that helps to bond that relationship as well. And the last thing you really want to be looking out for is things like the qualities within that person, that they're caring, they're kind, they're compassionate, they're loving. Those things are really what are important, not so much as we said, education and that sort of thing, because not everyone in the Philippines can get that high education, and that doesn't make a person any less. So more important to have those sorts of qualities we've just spoken about, the kind, caring, compassionate, loving, all that sort of thing, hardworking, all those sorts of things, and the things that I looked for when I was looking for a relationship, and I found that in my wife. And as I say, 5 years on, things are better than ever and still going very, very strong. So as I say earlier, everyone's got their own ideas on what they want, what they're looking for. There's nothing wrong with that either. So my question to you is, what are you looking for in a Filipina? Are you looking to date a Filipina? Do you already have a Filipina that you're dating? And what qualities were you looking for? Pop those down below in the comments. I'd like to hear them. And of course, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share the video around with anyone who'd like to watch it, and of course subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more videos. It's been great having you all come along today, guys. I've appreciated it very much, and thank you for watching. Take care. Bye for now.